was a choice when I chose this life. I'm a sinner, Lord, I know it ain't right. I was only tryna get what's mine. Now I'm catching shot on it. Didn't choose this life, oh Lord. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. Now my body's taking all that shot. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. I was taking a risk like a lotto. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. Criminal, it's all on God. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God.
I got the mental side and right thoughts move like ultrasound. This is pound for pound. Two dogs caged in, my brain is the battleground. Mismatching the fire and breeze. Portal with German Shepherd and Pitbull with a hound. I sort of feel the feeling is too much for me to handle. Would fill up my own shoes and watch as I make a step. And if you feel the same, you pour with a tortured pressed and whipped over hunger, pain, and cope up the table scraps. I couldn't catch a nap. We can light up the candle. The roaches run for their lives. They fed on my leftovers. The type of food I ingest is the food I digest for thought. Tip of the iceberg, embedded within the skull, expanding to move the sutures when wisdom is not an aid. Look at my scarred fingers, don't ask me where I have been. I've got 1,000 scars for single story. I saw the glory in broken brushes and strokes, but portraits I couldn't see. Convinced I knew the truth as time flees. I grew up and understood the ridicule. Full corner or half, we still have the same moon. As a youngster, I had no clue that daddy gave it his best and pleaded we stay in school. Good guy plays the villain for going against the plea. The plea knows what we need, but remembering the words is impossible. What is possible is screaming the lines, wish of a dying man for his wealth. Shall we do the dance?
It was a choice when I chose this life. I'm a sinner, Lord, I know it ain't right. I was only tryna get what's mine. Now I'm catching shot on it. Didn't choose this life, oh Lord. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. Now my body's taking all that shot. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. Criminal, it's all on God. If I'm a criminal, it's all on
Parents
God.
come and believe, as passed on for their relief. We pursue academy, good grades, assurance to get us paid. Wages without relief, it's pointless, we in pursuit. The way of getting out is going through. The youth against the whole inside the cloud of Mary Jane. Making fun of cater choices they made in the first grade to pass the time. Pasted on the walls to date like time flies. Pilots, here we are with any crimes, not delusions taking course. Kitchen and a door with baking powder makes that I'm sort of getting paranoid. The void inside the stomach is the space I can't avoid. Shackled as a villain by the price I'm trying to avoid. I hate the brothers who preceded, I never had remorse. Lord and set it off like Queen Latifah, neither quitted nor convict. They were short to death, trying to give us what we need. And that a good cause if they succeed. The plan just rescue when every time I close the leads. I can see the dreams, homies never live to cease. Flesh out of the dark, I stretch the hands, trying to reach lines, breath end of the sleep. That concludes the dream. The grimace is an expression, expressing intense obsession, obsessing to do it better. But with an empty stomach, I do it like OGs and DOG type of letters. Like, let's get it on, we think of the next meal.
It was a choice when I chose this life. I'm a sinner, Lord, I know it ain't right. I was only tryna get what's mine. Now I'm catching shot on it. Didn't choose this life, oh Lord. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. Now my body's taking all that shot. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. I was taking a risk like a lotto. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. Criminal, it's all on God. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God.
Am I supposed to clap or retreat on sound of the siren? Fighting to feel the void of the terror inside an abdomen. When sleeping on empty stomach, the pain is the good night peace. Pieces are set ablaze. The pictures of good and stories is mystery, so mysterious and parents cannot narrate. And those that do relate would bandage their feeding hands, cause hunger will strike again as we struggle and strive to shine. We can only shine under approachable rays of light, but an issues that we complain about culture for what it does. Villains do not raise themselves, the public does. Hate speech won't sit next to the children but the grudge. Vaulted in the minds, imposed and planned barrage. Uplifting the strongest motives so parents would pay the visit. Picking sharp and machete, the children are future convicts for thinking they own the block. They meant a tombstone with inscription. Exception on steel bands with maximum supervision. Watching over the shoulders, cuffed and track the chains. Infliction like it's the bondage, instructed to crack the borders. With this mental suppression, I showed up in every glance. With the sound of the growling belly, I barely maintained the focus. Arrogant educators despised us, cast us patient. The lesson was hocus pocus, as mischief I dropped down. And now them educators would question my whereabouts. Replied, I'm just a villain when cops on the stake out.
It was a choice when I chose this life. I'm a sinner, Lord, I know it ain't right. I was only tryna get what's mine. Now I'm catching shot on it. Didn't choose this life, oh Lord. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. Now my body's taking all that shoulder. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. I was taking a risk like a lotto. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God. Criminal, it's all on God. If I'm a criminal, it's all on God.